Hello, everybody. This is Melissa from stampwithmelissa.com here. I am so excited to have you here with me for my Tuesday night live. It is Tuesday, May 24th. I had to double check the date. And it is 7 p.m. Central Time. So welcome. This is streaming both to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So if it seems like I'm talking to myself, I might be, but probably not. I'm probably responding to a comment on the other platform that you're not watching on. Hey, Keisha, welcome. And I was laughing too because Barb, who's on my team, she was on YouTube before the live began. And she said, Starbucks, yum, because the photo of the card has a Starbucks gift card in it. And I have to agree with Barbara. We have something called Caribou Coffee here in Minnesota. And it is like a huge debate. As people join, they can weigh in if they're familiar. It is a huge debate whether you're a Caribou or a Starbucks fan. And I don't know if I should say which one I prefer, but I definitely prefer one over the other. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining. I drink both, but yeah, I definitely prefer one. If my mom were here, she would say Caribou, and I may or may not agree with my mom. So I will just leave that there. All right. Well, welcome. I also want to preface, hey, Debbie. I have some crazy hair today, and that's because I spent the last few hours outside, and it was like windy in spurts here, so it was super random, but we get my niece every day after school, and okay, so Alicia says Caribou all the way, and I may or may not agree with Alicia. But Alicia agrees with my mom. Hello, everyone. Hi, Margaret from Illinois. Welcome. So we get my niece every day after school. She's in first grade. And so we went out, we built, if you see my stories on Instagram or Facebook, we built a chalk road. Now it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so it's going to be a short-lived chalk road, but we had fun with it. She actually had soccer practice tonight. And of course her little brother didn't want to go. So when her mom picked her up, she dropped my nephew off. And so yeah, there we go. We went out and we flew kites and rode on our little scooter road and all that fun stuff. Welcome, everybody. I'm just talking a little bit. I'm rambling about random stuff. So if you want to go back and watch it, you're more than welcome to. Welcome. Yeah, Lori said all the coffee drinkers are all about Starbucks. So Lori also lives in Minnesota. Oh, in her family. Okay. Lori also lives in Minnesota. And so she knows about Caribou too. And so she's saying, Lori, are you saying you side more with Starbucks? Because I may or may not agree with Lori. Was that a big hint at which one I prefer? Anyway, maybe I'll fully reveal it to you by the end of the video. But let's go ahead and get started. So you know what? I was just about to start talking about my desktop and I didn't even shift the camera, but here we go. So we're going to use the Tea Boutique suite tonight, where I'm actually featuring it all week long with some really fun cards. So 2 of the cards have already gone up, yesterday's and today's. Tonight, we're going to do this one, which is the one that goes on my blog on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So we are going to use Tea Boutique. It is the very first. Welcome, Patty. Patty, do you go by Patty or Patty Joe? Maybe I'll say Patty Joe. Welcome from Delaware. That's so cool. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so Lori says she doesn't drink coffee, but that's where she buys gift cards. I drink a very minimal amount of coffee. This is a big thing. I posted this on Sunday. This suite is called Tea Boutique. But you don't have to like tea to use it, right? You could be a coffee drinker instead, you know? So Deborah says tea for her instead of coffee. I would probably say for me, I do not like tea at all. And I tolerate coffee a little bit, but it has to mostly not taste like coffee. So I always get like a white mocha, which is just like a bunch of like white chocolate and a teeny bit of coffee in it. So that's what I do. Or I get hot chocolate. Okay, so Margie is saying coffee and Starbucks, but Margie, have you ever had Caribou? It's kind of like a Dunkin' Donuts just debate too, right? I could say Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks. Anyway, let's keep going here. We're going to use the Tea Boutique suite tonight. It is the very first suite in the annual catalog. It's on pages 12 and 13, and you can see it features lots of those. Oh, Patty Joe, perfect. Thanks for letting me know. This features lots of the new ink colors. In fact, it features all of the new ink colors, which is probably why it's first in the catalog. But it's super awesome, sweet. Again, you can just cut out like the tea bag, the lemon, right? Cut out the things that make sense for, oh, a chai latte for Alicia. Okay. Everyone, you can put in your drink orders here. I can't make it for you, but you can drop them in here. We can see if you find a friend in the comments who likes what you like. Anyway, you can cut out the things that portray really to tea drinkers, right? And you can make this totally a coffee card. So just saying. All right, I'm going to close this up and we're going to take a look. So let's look at the bundle here first. So we've got the cup of tea bundle, and this is the bundle in the set, and it's photopolymer, which means you can see through it. Now with this one, it's really important that you can see through it because we've got all of these little pieces that coordinate together. So if I show you the front here, we've got all these tiny sentiments that can go in the little tea bag. You know, we've got some stuff that can stamp on top, all of that kind of fun stuff. But we've also got these really cool dies. And so for our card tonight, we're actually only using one of the stamps. And we're going to use this general teacup die here. So we're going to use this guy on its own, not with any of the additional like fillers. Like this one is a really fun piece to add into it as well. And look at the lemon. So you've got that piece and then you've got the detailed. So cool. Okay, let's take a look. This is the card and that's the envelope, but this is the card we're going to make today. Now this is inspired, and I'm going to show you that one in a second, but it's inspired by Carol Hickman. I participate in card swaps with every new catalog with other demonstrators. And I'm actually, oh, Margie, you and I are the same. She said she likes Starbucks hot white chocolate mocha. Yes, I just call them white mochas, but I like the hot one and the cold one. But you and I are twins, Margie. We are tied on that. Oh, yes, it could, Lori. All right. So anyway, we are going to, or this was inspired from that card swap that I did. I'm going to show you the inspiration in just a second. But the one from Carol, she included as kind of like a pillow gift for us, everyone who participated in the swap. And hers was just a gift card holder on its own. And I thought, well, that's nice, but I want to be able to write somewhere. So I turned it into a card. So you can see here, this is a Starbucks gift card that I just, used once and have left over. Yes. Oh, Keisha says she wants this set just because of the lemon. That is random, but it is really, I'm with you on that. But anyway, you can see this gift card fits right inside. So this is really good for a graduation gift, birthday gift, or even like an end of year teacher gift, right? We've got thank you for your friendship here, but you could just do the thank you or get a thank you from, there's another one in this set, actually, a beautiful, cursive one. I was trying to find script. That's the word I was looking for. You could totally customize it to that. Or you could say thank you for your friendship. Maybe you're friends with your kid's teacher. Who knows? And then this is the inside. So open to possibilities in here. But this one says thank you for your friendship. I'll probably just give this to a friend if they're having like a down day or something like that. Or even my mom actually claimed, so I'm making two because I've got my sample and then the one we're going to make tonight. And yep, it could be a lime too. Great idea. So my mom actually claimed this one because she's retiring soon and she wants to give away this card to somebody. So I'm going to put it in our corner here, in the corner, not our corner. And let's take a look at what, oh, I need to show you the original. Yes, bridal shower favor is a great idea too, Kathy. All right, so this is the one I got from Carol. Look at how cool that is. So this one today is using Sweet Sorbet, and this one that I got from Carol is using Tahitian Tide. So look at how cool that is, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to show you all the pieces that I'm going to use today. So we're going to start with a thick basic white card base. Yes, it's a great idea to give to somebody when they're having a down day. And you don't have to put a lot on like a coffee or a tea gift card. You could put like $5 on there and that would be good, or $10. So it doesn't have to be like a grand amount either, which is why it's a really nice one to just give when somebody's kind of down, right? Or maybe even to somebody who like helps you out randomly. You can just pass it, right? Maybe it's at like the grocery store or something. All right, so we've got that thick basic white card base. Then we're going to have a piece of petal pink because it coordinates with our designer series paper. And this is, what is that, Melissa? 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Then we're going to have a piece of that DSP. So look at how beautiful this pattern is. This is the other side, which we're going to use on the envelope. So super pretty. And this is going to be, whoops, this way, 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Then I'm going to have another piece of petal pink. And this was die cut out, you guys, using a Christmas set. Can you believe that? And speaking of Christmas, demonstrators get to see the new Christmas catalog tomorrow, and I am out of my mind excited. I know it seems odd. It's only May. We just got a new annual catalog, but the Christmas catalog is by far my favorite every single time. So I am probably going to like pee my pants in anticipation. Yes, isn't it such pretty designer series paper? But okay, so these are the Christmas labels dies, I think is what they're called. It'll be in my blog post tomorrow, the for sure name. And this is the one I used. Okay, so the largest one, I used this and die cut out this piece. And that is also the die that Carol used. So I just, yes, aren't those dies so fun? Alicia says she loves these dies. Me too. And I didn't give them quite the justice they deserved last Christmas. So I'm excited that they stuck around because I need to use them more. And so then what I did is I took another piece of the designer series paper and I die cut it out again. And then I cut it in half, which is at about 2 inches. And you can see I used half of it on this card, my sample card, and the other half is right here. So one thing I wanted to mention with this is when you cut this out, you do get enough for 2, but you also want to make sure that it's not a directional designer series paper, okay? Because if it was, right, you're going to cut it in half and then you'd have to like have it upside down. Or I suppose you could flip it over if the other side worked, but I liked to just kind of go for something that wasn't directional just so I didn't mess it up. All right, so we've got that. And then I've got one of those die cut teacups with that die I showed you. And this is out of the 2022 through 2024 glimmer paper. Can you see that it sparkles? Look at how pretty that is. So this is the Sweet Sorbet glimmer paper, and it's actually a little bit ombre. You can tell over here it's a little bit darker. Same with this one. So you can tell this one I used the darker side. This one I used the lighter side. But isn't that just absolutely gorgeous paper? I love that paper. I'm going to have to order more because I've already used it a ton. And then I'm just going to use a strip of basic white for our sentiment. So let's go ahead. Let's get the stamping out of the way because we only have one thing to stamp today. We're going to use one of the smallest sentiments. Can you believe it? Yeah, it's going to be so quick. So yeah, well, Lori, what can I say? It's a great color. Lori said I have sold her on this color. All right, so we're going to ink this up in Sweet Sorbet. I'm going to pull this way down on my screen just so I can see it a little bit better, make sure I get it lined up. And if I were stamping alone and not on a video, my head would be right over it. So we've got that. I'm going to trim it up a little bit with my trimmer. You could use your paper snips. I do not trust myself to cut straight with my paper snips, so I'm going to use my trimmer. All right, so we've got that, and then we're just going to do a little bit off of this right here. Looks pretty good to me. On my sample, I cut at an angle, but this one I think I'm just going to leave. Okay, let's get assembling here. So let's go ahead and we're just going to build like bottom layer up here. Okay, so we're going to go DSP to Petal Pink Matte. Okay, this side is so pretty too. But I didn't want to use a designer series paper that had teacups on it just because I don't know, I'm more likely to use it for coffee, right? I know you can get like tea at Starbucks and at Caribou and at probably at like Dunkin' Donuts and all that stuff too. But you could put like your favorite local coffee or tea shop in there too. So I avoided like one of the teacup patterns just for that reason, just so I could use it for any occasion. Or you could put like a Target gift card in here or something like that too. Okay, so I used seal on all of those layers. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm actually going to give you a little tip here. When I was lining these up, I noticed, oh, that side looks right. Let's see if this side does. I noticed that one side was a little bit off, and I don't know if that's just my dies, but do you see this? It's kind of crooked. So if you have these dies, take a look for that because you can see right here, it does not line up perfectly. So it lines up better with one side. And like I said, I don't know if that's just my dies or if they intentionally did that for some reason, or if, oh, sorry, or when I die cut it, if I moved something, I'm not really sure, but just pay attention to that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my liquid glue and very carefully just add a thin line of this on the edge of my DSP. Okay. And I'm going to avoid the top straight line. Hi, Anne. Thanks for joining. I'm going to avoid the top straight line because that's where my gift card needs to fit in, right? So we've got that all lined up. Then I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to pick it up and just kind of align it and stick it down. Okay. And we'll just let that dry for a minute while I close up my glue and put it away. And let's see. We'll just put all of our summoning dry powers in here. I think it's good. Add some seal to the back of this. And then I'm just going to pop it right onto the center of my card here. So that looks about good. Now you could go lower, but I wouldn't recommend going higher because the gift card does stick out a little bit and you don't want it to stick out over the top of the card, right? So, because then it won't fit in your envelope. So we've got that added. Then let's go ahead. I'm going to take my teacup and my dimensionals, which I am going to start a new sheet soon. How exciting is that? It's always so exciting to start a new sheet of dimensionals. And I'm going to put that teacup slanted on here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my seal and I'm going to run just a tiny bit of it right next to the teacup. So I don't know if you can see that shiny bit there. That's where I put the seal. And I'm going to take my linen thread and we're going to do a faux bow. So I got a little tail here. We're going to wrap it like that. Hopefully my arm didn't get in the way and you can see what I'm doing. And then I'll wrap it again, stick it down, and we are going to trim off our tail there. Okay. Now it's very curly from being around the spool. So if you want to straighten it out first, go for it. Then I'm just going to go ahead and those are these are my ribbon snips, which you can tell because I tied a little ribbon around them. So I like to keep these nice and sharp just for ribbon. So I'm going to grab my other paper snips that don't have ribbon around them, and I'm going to use them to cut these, just in case a little adhesive goes funky on there, right? Take this dimensional. I'm going to lay it right down next to that linen thread, but I'm making it parallel with the bottom of my card. And we'll peel off that backing. And then I'm going to put a little bit of seal right behind the word friendship here. And we're going to stick that down. Okay, we're going to make sure our linen thread is going the right way. And stick it down just like that. Look at how cute that is. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just finish the front of the card. Why not, right? So I've got these, which are the solid faceted gems. They're my favorite, other than the rustic metallic dots. Here, take a look at those. I got to take a quick drink. Okay, look at how beautifully vibrant these colors are. So fun. And I don't know if these are supposed to be Blushing Bride or Petal Pink, but they match really well with our color here, our pink color here. So we're using them. And I just added one big and one little. I don't want to add too much bulk to the card because, you know, we got to put a gift card in there, right? Let's go ahead then and do the inside of our card. So I've got this little strip that was left over from when I was cutting the designer series paper. Hey, Lucia, welcome. I can't remember if you do Lucia or Lucia. So I don't know if there's an easy way for you to type that out, but it's nice to see you again. All right, so I just have this little extra piece of designer series paper. We're going to go ahead and tack that down on to our basic white piece. And this basic white piece is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And that DSP strip, let's see if I can measure it. It ended up being 3 3/4 by about 1 inch. Okay, so then this piece is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Wait, did I read this one right? Yeah, I did. Lucia. Okay, good. I think I got it right. I have a couple of friends who spell their name the same as you, and they say Lucia. So that works out. I actually met at one point. I had two friends named Marin, but one said Marin and one said Marin. So it was always tricky to remember which one is which. All right, this is Sweet Sorbet. We're going to put some seal on the back of here and put it on the inside of our card. And voila, there we go. Look at that. So let's go ahead. We'll just test it out, right? Make sure our gift card fits. So I'm going to take it out of here and stick it in here. What color background paper for the inside? So this red is Sweet Sorbet. And then we've got basic white. And then we've got that Tea Boutique designer series paper. So look, it fits. If it fits, it sits, right? Or is that just cats? Anyway, let's go ahead real quick here and decorate our envelope. So I am going to fold it back on itself, right? So this is the inside of the envelope. That helps me to get everything all lined up. I'm going to use my liquid glue again and just put a little bit of liquid glue in our flap here. Oh, come on. There we go. Whatever. No rhyme or reason to that. Oh, thank you guys. And then we're going to take this piece here, lay it flat on our flap, and then I fold it back on itself. Now, I've mentioned this before, but I like to do it that way. I was taught that by somebody, and I can't remember who now, but I like to do it that way because then our DSP doesn't hang too far over or too short. Let's go ahead and cut this then. And we'll be almost done. I do have a couple of announcements, so stick around, but I will finish this up, and then I will put the camera back on my face to talk to you for just a minute. I promise I won't take too long. And I need another drink already. Man, running outside flying kites has me winded. Okie dokie. So there it is. There's our card. How fun is that? Okay. Alrighty, so let me flip it back to just my face for a second. There we go. Look at that. Thank you guys so much. You're so kind. So a few announcements really quick. Oh, good. Thanks, Lucia. A few announcements super quick here is number one, I have a BOGO sale that is starting this weekend. I'm super excited about it. It is my first one ever. Oh, Lori said she just got her first pair of snips and she loves them. I know. Aren't they just like a life changer? They're so sharp and so good. So keep out of the way of children, right? But I'm doing my first ever BOGO sale this weekend. It starts on Thursday night at 5 p.m. Central Time. So May 26th at 5 p.m. Central Time. It'll be over in my Facebook group. How do you find my Facebook group? You might be like, what? How do I find it? Head over to Facebook onto my page. So Melissa Faust, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're watching this on Facebook, you should already know how to get there. If you're on YouTube, you might have to do a little searching, but it's in the description box below on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Head over there, ask to join the group so you can make sure to be in on it. The BOGO sale is a buy one, get one free. So I've got a retired stash of product that is taking up space and I need it to go, right? So that I need it to be rehomed because it's not being used. It's just sitting there. So I need it to go to a good home where it's going to get loved and be used again. So what will happen is I will post pictures of everything I have on Thursday, and then you will be able to claim what you want. Oh, hold on. My phone's getting mad. There we go. You'll be able to write sold on whatever you want. And then what you do is you confirm it with me there. I'll give like loads of details in the Facebook group on Thursday before this starts. So this is just going to be a brief overview, but you and I will chat and whatever, make sure everything's good. Then you'll head over to my online store and place an order for new product that is equal to whatever you picked out in retired product. Okay. Once your order comes through, and then you do have to pay shipping. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Yes, I'm hoping that you guys find some really great things that you want in it too. But you will pay shipping from me to you on the retired product, but otherwise the retired product will be free. Okay. So it is all gently used, or some is even brand new. But nothing has like a missing stamp or anything like that. So everything is intact and ready for use. And all of that. So it will start on Thursday. I recommend that if you're interested that you jump in right away on Thursday because it's first come, first served. So if something goes and that person places their order, it's gone. And if you order on Thursday, I might be able to ship it out by Saturday. And so even though the sale goes through Sunday, it could be gone. So, oh, Lori says she needs some rectangle dies. Yeah. Rectangle dies are super fun. Yep. I know what you're saying. So make sure you join my email newsletter. Barb, it's at 5 p.m. Central. So I know you're in Colorado. So 4 o'clock your time, it will start. But I'll go live about a half hour before just to talk through everything, answer any questions you might have. But yes, there's an email newsletter that's going out tonight. I think in about 30 minutes or so. I think that's when I scheduled it for. That will have more information there. So just make sure you're on my email newsletter. Let me put that little banner up here, but it should be in the description of this video as well. But that's my newsletter sign up right there. Okay. You do have to sign up and then it sends you a confirmation. That's just to like, and then you click, yes, I want to be signed up. that's just because, you know, it keeps out all the bots and stuff from going to the newsletter list, because if you have a certain number of subscribers, they charge you a lot of money. So we don't want the bots in, right? Oh, good, Margie. I will check all of those requests and everything to get into the group, and I will add you in there. So it's going to be super fun. Hopefully you find some treasures. Yeah, so that was my one announcement. And my second announcement was I just wanted to remind you that there is a really, really awesome starter kit special going on right now if you join my team. Barb and Alicia are both here, or I know that Barb's here. I know Alicia was here at least. Hopefully she still is. But they're both on my team, and they are amazing women. And we would love to have you join our incredible crafters team. And there's a super cool joining special going on right now where you get over $66 in free in color stuff. But that only goes through Monday. So let me know if you have any questions on that, or if you're interested. It was in my newsletter this morning too, if you got that this morning and you want to check it out there. But let me know. It is $99 to join. And if you think about it, it's kind of like getting a Costco membership, because you just pay to get a membership and then you get to shop at a discount. And that's all it has to be. Oh, Alicia's still here. Good. That's all it has to be. Or if you want to try to like have live videos and classes and do all that, go for it. You know, it's all up to you. There's a reason it's called an independent demonstrator. So anyway, enough blabbing on my end. I hope you all have a super fantastic rest of your week. I will see you on Thursday over in my Facebook group to kick off the BOGO sale. And then we'll have a lot of fun this weekend. I am around all weekend. I know it's a holiday in the US, but I'm not going anywhere. So I'll be around to answer questions throughout the weekend as well. So let me know if you have any questions and things like that, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye for now.